14 minutes gone into the R2 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. We're live on 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in the northern region, Tamale. Asaase Radio, we are nationwide, and we have over 38 million people are tuning and are listening to us. We have people from the UK, we have people from America, we have people from Norway. Yeah, we have a lot of people kind of in tune right now. And let me go on our Facebook and then read some few messages in terms of the reactions we got when Warrior was playing. This is coming from Freddie Ken. He said, "Greetings, King Lagazee. Tell the one-man army that I really admire the energy behind the way he talks. Respect King Lagazee all the time. Respect and manners. You don't know, man." So, and then Junior Maestro came in and say, "More fire. These are big dot plate." All right, Lagazee Sound International step in and say, yo, he loves the world premieres from Warrior Sound International from Germany, led by Mattia, the one-man army. And the maestro says twice as nice, because when it's sweet, you like it or you lick it like lollipop. Hey, Junior Maestro, take your time, take your time. Yao Fibri says, I'm interested in the most of the songs produced by Warrior Sound. All right, we'll talk about that. And the Lagazee Sound International went on Spotify to copy the Warrior Sound, what do you call it, productions, and paste it over here, so that in case you're not following, you can just click on it and go on Spotify and support Warrior Sound. And then Children's Home Mystic Alpha, that is original Mystic Alpha from Germany, says, yo, big up yourself, King Lagazee, for your unstoppable and impactful show. I was on holidays for a while, but I am back fully to support you. This is for your guest from Germany. Oh, wow, I can't speak Deutsch. Oh my God. The man typing Deutsch and I can't speak it. All right. Yes, find it. Yes, on the live. And then he said, King Lagazee show in, all right, wow, Mystic, this one, you lost me, you understand me? I need to start taking some Dutch, classes and all these things. All right, give thanks every time. And then DJ Kobandi, all the way from the UK goes a boom and say, yo, boy, keep it on, fire burn. Yeah, man. So keep your messages coming. And let me know what you feel about how Warrior Sound played. You understand me? He played his productions, played some dub plate and all these things. As I told you, he's into production and all that. Now, this part of the show is where we go into his life in terms of how he started and where he is now. From where he started to where he is now. Warrior, once again, thank you so much for your time and space. Now, let's go straight into action. If you talk about Mattia Jeremy of Warrior Sound International, who are you and how did you start?
How did I start? That's a good question. Who am I? That's a question that we all have to answer in the journey of life somehow.
Definitely.
So I can't really tell who am I at the moment? That's a question you can probably, like, when your days are done.
Yeah.
Some people don't even know who they are.
Definitely.
So hard to say, but I started to listen to reggae music at the age of 11, 12. More likely like 12 when I went to the CDs of my father, and he was a big music fan, listening to all kind of music. And eventually he had a box called The Story of Jamaican Music, 4 CD compilation, starting with Rocksteady, ending in the early 90s with Chabarangs and Capleton and Pliers and Chakademus and those artists. And this is the first box of CDs I never gave him back, because I was so attached to this music from the Max Romeo Rocksteady days, the early reggae days, Junior Marvin, Police and Thieves, over Gregory Isaacs' Night Nurse, Until Murder She Wrote, and Shabarangs. Yo, this was like a whole new universe for me. So I was digging this kind of music from ever since. and started to go to some local concerts and shows, and Jamaican artists did tour Germany very regular in the mid-90s. So when I was a teenager, I wasn't able to go to the club nights because I wasn't old enough, but the concerts were done before midnight, so you could go as a 15, 16-year-old. You were able to go to the concerts, so I saw Maccabee, Ike Mouse, Anthony B, and those people performing in Europe, Frankie Paul and Desmond Decker and all those people. So I went to all of these shows and then decided one day I want to be part of this industry because I love the music so much. And so when I reached a certain age and I was able to sneak into the nightclub, I had the big luck that there was the only and biggest reggae dancehall nightclub from in Germany was in my city. It was the U Club was the biggest reggae club that was running regular reggae parties in the late 90s. And I was able to see Stone Love, David Rodigan, the Mighty Pow Pow movement from Cologne in those times, with Gentleman, who was an unknown artist in that time. All of them in my city. And that influenced me in a way. So in my early 20s, I started to play the music with a couple of friends. And then Selector Ditch approached me, said he needs an MC for a certain dance in Hilden, that dance. So he saw me with other friends playing music and then approached me, and from that on, it was Warrior Sound that we started to build and started to work on. So yeah,
all right,
it's been a wild ride ever since, and I could never imagine where all this journey will lead to.
All right, so if I understand you correctly, you started playing with some friends before Selector Ditch approached you that he needed an MC.
Yes.
But let me find out first, Warrior Sound, how did you start it?
It was just Ditch left his old sound.
All right.
We were playing this dance together without any name.
Okay.
And then we decided to do something together, and we came up with it. And then we just started to run the name and run through names and decided this it will be. So that was the name. And then when we left, when Ditch left the sound in 2006, he left me with all the dubs and all the stuff, and I left him with the equipment, like the turntables and everything. He took the equipment, I took the dubs and the name. So that's how we split it up in peace. We're still friends, this is how we started. And the first steps, we all did them together. And then he had problems with his ears and had to go on a pause, and he never really catch back with the up-to-the-time dancehall music when he was back in it. And I was feeling it. I was 24. I was so hyped by the new dancehall music, and he didn't feel it like this. And so he decided to step back out of it and let me just run the sound.
All right. So Warrior Sound, a couple of friends came together. You yourself and Ditch left his sound. You guys came together, and then you wrote down few names, and then you guys realized that the name Warrior Sound would be suitable for the both of you to go on the road. So you decided to pick the name Warrior Sound.
Yes.
All right. Now, Ditch leaving you in 2006 now, how was the journey like for you?
I just was asking myself, should I look for a new team, get new selectors on board? But I was already doing selecting. I was already DJing. I had a Thursday night dance called Mattia's Jamaican Thursday, running in a bar in Wuppertal, where I took all our vinyls and I wanted to learn how to mix and how to play music. So I had some experience already. And the first couple dances I played on my own. Then I had one sound clash in 2007 where I hired a selector, and the chemistry was okay, but I still figured out doing it all on my own is probably the best way to go for it,
All right.
Because I will have full responsibility of everything that I'm doing, and so I was like really considering like opening up and getting a new team together or do it on my own. And I decided to just do it on my own. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life.
All right. So the one-man army now, where from that name? How did you earn that name?
Because people see me on stage, like winning clashes, playing by myself, mashing up dances. And I did it all. Like I have... You know, like, of course, wife is supporting me, and we're like a team. But especially in the beginning, like the bookings, the management, I did it all by myself. So I did it like a one-man army. Yes, that's it. Like I did the job of couple people on my own. So that's how the name came up.
All right. Warrior Sound took his first clash in 2007.
Yes.
And the first experience, how was it like?
No, the first clash was even before. Like, we had local clashes, 45 clashes in the U Club. We did, you know, like in the early days, you had things called local clash, where you had 45s and there was like the noise of the people would decide who wins the night and stuff like that. And then we had a semi, like a double-eight clash with a 45 round, I think in 2005 or 6 against Nice Time International, a sound from South Germany, a veteran sound as well, and we won that. And then the in 2007 was the clash against City Lock. That was like a straight double-eight clash, 1 versus 1. That was a crazy experience, and it was really close. That was the time when in Europe you come to a clash, you bring at least like a bus, a coach full of people. I had a coach, City Lock had 1.5 coaches, and that was how close the decision was in the end, you know? They had to divide the crowd, and it was like 10 people more on City Lock's side in 2007. And I lost that one, and it was kind of a rough experience for me. In the long run, I did learn, you have to learn how to lose before you can win.
You're right.
But in that time, it just felt like, oh man, I did it all. Like I had big dubs, I had like a good performance, and somehow I didn't pull it off. So I was wondering, like it was like some of those losses, it took me a while to get over them. So I really had to learn it, that losing a clash is not a bad thing as long as you play good. You know, like, because once you play good, people say, yo, the youth is, but even if you don't win the clash, you know, like you will gain from it. You will have promoters book you, you will have the same clash promoters probably bring you back. You know, like there's a reason I played Sumfest 4 times and just win it 1 time. Played Jamrock Cruise 3 times, just win it 1 time, you know? It's like once the people want to see you because you perform good, the promoters will call you and bring you back.
All right. Now, Mattia, in 2007 against City Lock, you lost that one. That one made you feel like a man. You have to, you know, make some decisions for yourself and all these things. Now, moving forward now, let's look at clashes you took outside of Germany, where you moved from that comfort zone of yours. You moved from U Club and you went out there. The experience. Now, tell me, which of them would you say was the toughest, but at the end of the day, you came out victorious?
The toughest?
Yeah.
The one which still means the most to me is definitely the Sumfest 2019.
Wow.
Being on the Pier 1 clash stage with Trooper and Panther. In tune for tune with Panther. It was not the toughest, but it was the most, the one that gave me the most crazy feelings in the world, because it was like a dream coming true. Growing up and watching the VHS tapes of Death Before Dishonor in Jamaica with Trooper and Panther, tearing down that stage, and you're on that very same stage with those legends, and you beat them. That was so unreal for me, like really unreal. Like when it was clear it was the 6-1, and I saw it already, it was like straight eye water, you know, like I couldn't hold it back. Like, that was the most intense clash win I ever had. And the the most tough one of the toughest one was exactly like a week ago in Canada.
Yeah.
Because imagine you go to a next Sounds turf, they promote the Clash. They put everything how they like the Clash to be.
Yeah.
Because they are the sound too, you know?
Yeah.
So 4 days before the Clash, they add a 10-minute round to the 4 rounds, which are 20 minutes each as well.
Yeah.
So they just give you like a 3-day notice. Hey, we added another round. So it's a 5-round Clash. And then tune for tune is just 7 tunes, best of 7. So whoever wins 4
win the Clash.
It somehow felt a little shaky. Like if it was meant to be for them to win it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then to manage to pull off that win. Like going there alone, flying there alone, and people did roll out. It was a nice vibe in the venue. And everything which they did was like, they knew it and they planned it. And they said, okay, we want the 20-minute rounds. And we want the tune for tune shot like this. So it was on purpose for them that it's like this, you know?
Yeah.
It was on purpose to say, like, if one sound wins 3 rounds straight, like it's a lock-off. So first round, they are lucky it was a no voting round. Because the intro round, man, I win the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And I feel like if the intro round would get voted, it would probably be a 3-0 already, you know? so they rally back. They play a really strong 3rd round then, a good 4th round. And the 4th round didn't mean anything because it was clear we go dub for dub, you know?
Yeah.
So I told them, why not cut down the 4th round because it was getting late, people were getting tired, and we just do a longer tune for tune, do a best of 10 instead of best of 7. And they said, no, they don't want that.
Yeah.
So I was, okay, they planned for the tune for tune, so they must have like 4 songs which they know that will be crazy around here.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So in the end, I came out victorious, but this like going there on your own in a different turf and then pulling it off, that was like a tough fight and a good feeling. Because it's been a while I played a 1 versus 1 hardcore setting clash. You know, like I played the corporate clashes in the last couple of years, 10-minute rounds, very entertaining clashes where you have to have a vibe with a big crowd. And this was like a hardcore setting, like a warehouse somewhere in Toronto, and you know, like enough sound man and other players and horns and everything. And yeah, man, that was tough to pull off, but I did it. So I'm very happy about that trophy.
All right. Now, Mattia, let's go back into 2019, where you did the Soundfest Clash. You understand me? And then you put on black top and black down throughout the Clash, and then in the tune for tune now you went to change yourself. What exactly inspired that tune for tune dress?
No, I actually changed the dress in the last round number 4, and played the 80s and 90s dancehall round.
Yeah.
So my last round was a tribute to 80s and 90s dancehall. So Biggie, who's one of the tailors who also did the dresses for Bounty Killer and Shabarangs, and like when they had like big events, he made that dress for me.
Wow.
So it's like an authentic dancehall dress that was designed for me for that night. And that was my tribute to the 80s and 90s dancehall. So I played like the Admiral Baileys and the Junior Cats and the Super Cat in that round, and you know, like those artists, and dressed myself like this. And I kept on the dress during Tune for Tune, so I still had it on. And yeah, man. So I know that went viral after the picture with the red dress, holding the trophy as well. And yeah, man, I still have it here. Like I never get away. Part of my wardrobe now.
Definitely. Now, I was wondering, watching the Clash at home, and I saw you pull off that dress. I'm like, wow, you know. Yeah. But I am still wondering, what exactly informed that particular round in terms of your dressing and the kind of songs you have to play?
It's just, for me, it's like one of the strongest eras of dancehall, and those selectors, those artists they paved the way for all the new school dancehall artists, and I just wanted to show my respect to them, you know, like, because without them, dancehall wouldn't be that popular also here in mainland Europe and in many other parts of the world. If you don't have the Kotirangs and the Papasan and the Chakadimus and the Supercuts and the Shabarangs, you know, like if you don't have these artists without the Yellow Man and Beanie Man and, you know, like where would dancehall be? Nobody knows. So I had to show my respect. I was playing a clash in Jamaica, and every time I say this, how much I admire the Jamaican dancehall and reggae culture, how much I love it, I really mean it. And I want to show my respect whenever I play that music. I don't want to use it or abuse it. I just want to make sure, like, I want people to see and feel that I treat this with respect, and that I'm honored to be welcomed in the culture of reggae and dancehall music. So that was, you know, like just a tribute to the 90s to show my respect to that era of dancehall music.
All right. So now, looking at the contenders, we had Ricky Trooper, we have Pink Panther, we had King Turbo, and then we had Yaad Beat from Japan.
Yes.
Looking at all these contenders, how was the preparation for you towards the clash?
The format was 10-minute rounds, so you can't really like go too deep into it. But I made up this situation with Ricky Trooper, that he like thieved some dubplate money from me back in the days, and I told that story and made a song about it. And the song connect very well. So I tried to have like one of these stories for everyone, you know? And then this is what I really try to, is like have like 1-2 custom-made dubplates for the night, which I combine with a story to it, which people, you know, like could really get onto, and then try to make some fun out of the situation. And it worked in some parts, so I'm really happy. Yeah.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, 36 minutes going into the R2 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of Atlanta, and we're reasoning with Mattia Jeremy of Warrior Sound International, all the way from Germany. Now, listen, he's telling us the story, the sound clash stories and all that, from when he was a baby to when he sneaks into the dance U club and all that, until when he started killing sound, and when he moved out of his comfort zone, you know, to other countries and all that. One of the clashes that I really, you know, doff my heart for you was the one you lost against King Turbo. That is World Clash. You understand? In the tune for tune.
Yes.
Warrior Sound did so well, you know, throughout. Let to Me Alone, on that night, you would have carried the night. You understand me? You know, but did you feel bias in the dance?
No, it was not biased. There was 2 mistakes I did in the tune for tune. The first song I wanted to play, I loaded a Barrington Levi. I made a speech and I loaded the wrong one, so it didn't connect. It made no sense. My speech made no sense to the song. I wanted to play the, some call it dub for dub, but it's a funeral, boy. But I played that later on. But I played a different Barrington Levy. I'm too experienced. And the speech made no sense. So King Turbo won that round. And then they had the momentum. And it took me like 4 rounds to rally back. So it was 5-5 then. The deciding tune of the night. And in the very same year, I was winning War in the East. In Europe now, you can play a very rare tune that people rarely know and win a clash with it. In New York, you have to play a song that people can sing along with, that they know, that they can vibe to. And I played that song that made me win War in the East in Europe as my final song in World Clash, which was a big mistake. Because it went over the people's heads. They didn't really know the song. It was not like one of the anthems. If I go for like the Johnny Osborne, Truth and Rights, surrender your sound and all of your dub plays, I would probably win the World Clash. But, listen me now, losing World Clash 2016 felt like my biggest loss ever, because I was so close to the biggest title in the world. So then, this clash though, and it took me years to realize, in 2017, I was invited to play in Antigua. I was invited to play my first Sumfest. And Sumfest had a jury, and somehow, you know, like it was kind of, the Clash had a different format in that time. So that was all because of World Clash. It was not King Turbo in that Sumfest. It was Warrior Sound that was booked.
Yeah.
2019, they brought me back because of 2017. I was traveling the world in 2017.
Wow.
And I didn't realize the promotion that the World Clash gave me, the 2016 one, was so big and bossed my sound on another level that in the end, I wanted it all so fast. I was like, man, I want to be a world champion. The world champion was invited to the Jamrock Cruise in 2016, and I was sitting at home seeing King Turbo there, and I was like, man, it could be me, but I picked the wrong song. And then I accepted the loss, and in the end, it was not a loss, it was a win. Because being the runner-up in the biggest clash, the biggest name brand clash, and then getting booked international without losing World Clash 2016, who knows if I would ever have win Jamrock Cruise, if I would ever have would win the Sumfest Clash. No one knows what would have happened. Imagine I win World Clash. Okay, I got that one title. Then I go to the cruise in 2016. Perhaps I flop and they never bring me back.
You're right.
Perhaps I don't go to Sumfest. Or if I go to Sumfest, perhaps I flop and they don't bring me back. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm a world champion. You know, like, who knows how my attitude, because I was way younger in those years.
Yeah.
I had a lot to learn. And this is the clash where I had to learn you have to lose in order to win. So I was winning 2018 and on because I lost World Clash 2016.
Wow.
2016 World Clash made me a winner in the long run. So, you know, like, yeah, man, big up King Turbo. They really took it down, and it was good that the World Clash was in Canada afterwards. And,
yeah.
You know, like had vibes, and they won it again. They pull it off. So I'm really happy for them, man.
All right.
This whole team, and yeah, so in the end, everything turned out to be very good, exactly the way it was.
All right. All right. Now, Mattia, one of the greatest experiences is also on a Jamrock Cruise.
Yes.
You know, listen, you played so well. You went up against my brethren Dynamic, and I'm like, yo, listen, no. Tell me, I'm still waiting to see Warrior Sound versus Dynamic 1v1.
1v1, huh?
I think
that's going to be a big one, but
I think it's about time.
I think we have to keep it on different continents as well.
Of course.
We have to keep it in the US one time.
Yes.
We have to keep it in Europe one time, and we have to keep it somewhere in the motherland one time.
Of course.
I think this is a tour that has to happen, you know?
Definitely.
Because it happened in Jamaica already.
Yeah.
It happened, we had a 1 versus 1 in Jamaica in 2023.
Yeah.
At the Guinness Clash.
Yeah.
That was our first 1 versus 1 clash.
Yeah.
Was the Guinness Clash. Yeah, man. The international clash. That was a 10-minute juggling round and the 10-tune for tune round.
Yeah.
So that was like a short and spicy one.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to have it like as the main event for a night. Would be really dope.
All right.
So first time we clashed was in Seattle. And that was in 2016 as well. Just a month before World Clash. I clashed with Dynamic for the first time.
Wow.
Jamaica, Dynamic, and Warrior Sound.
Yeah.
That was a weekend. I won a clash in New York on Friday, and I won a clash in Seattle on Saturday. So East Coast and West Coast in one weekend. I won both clashes.
Wow. Now, tell me about your experience on the Jamrock Cruise.
Yes.
In terms of playing for, this crowd is not a hardcore clash crowd. They are corporate people. How do you intend to impress them, to win them on your side, for them to even vote for you?
You just have to be real on that one. Like this is not your regular clash crowd, and it's the most vibesy crowd that you can have. Like there's really, once you have them, and the vibes are there, it's just going to feel so good to clash for them and in front of them and get the forwards and get the respect. And also like on the boat, you walk on the boat, you see them the whole next day, and everybody will approach you and just tell you how you did and that they love the set and they love the music. And it's like because it's fans actually. It's not like only soundmen on the board on the ship. It's a lot of fans and a lot of people from the industry as well. And it's just a whole different vibe. And it's hard to explain with words if you've never been on the Jamrock cruise. All I can say is get on the wait list because it's sold out already for 25. But you have to experience it one day to really understand the vibe and the energy of the Jamrock cruise.
Definitely, definitely. Winning, Tony Mataran was telling me that, yo, that trophy is heavy. He said it's really heavy. Is it true that it's heavy?
It's like, hold on, give me a second.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're reasoning with Warrior Sound International all the way from Germany. And trust me, wow.
It's like 10 kilos, bro.
Wow. Wow.
This trophy I think it's over 10 kilos though.
Wow. Wow. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, man.
This is the most heavy trophy that I have in my collection, though.
Wow, the most heaviest one.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Another one heavy like this.
Wow, wow.
Look how big the steel is. Like this is like really heavy.
Yo. Now, let's come back and talk about production. When did production set in for you? Is it because of COVID that everybody was home and you decided that, all right, let me add up another thing to it, and then you straight gone into production? And how was it like contacting artists, building rhythms for artists to voice for you, mixing and mastering? Do you do it by your own self and all that? Tell us about that.
Now, when it comes to productions, I have a good team I'm working with. So the first person who really dragged me into production is Meska of Jugglers. He said, Mattia, right now is the time. It's COVID. There's nothing to do. Come here, we build a rhythm. So we just sit down together, and he was just building a rhythm to my designs. You know, like he said, what kind of drums you want? And I said, all right, give me drums that sound like this. So he gave me those drums. Just put them on the computer. And I said, all right, we need like a bass. And I was like designing it with him. So we added the bass, like the dancehall bass. So then I went to a next brethren who is a musician as well. And we were playing the rhythm and we said, this needs a melody. It's nice, but we need like a melody for it. So we built a melody. This is the melody. And then we put it all together. So this is how I built my first rhythm, was like with the one side and then the other side. So I had the version then. And then I just approached a lot of the artists that I know from working either with dub plates or doing promotion like in clubs and bookings on the festivals with. So I had a lot of contacts and I just approached them and see, yo, you want a voice? Let's do work together. Let's do something. And then this is my first rhythm, is the barbecue rhythm. That's the instrumental we were just listening to. So I was able to put, I think, 8 songs together on that rhythm, and I'm really happy about that. So from that on, I was working with a couple of teams that all of them are like beat makers and rhythm builders, and either we work together and build rhythms together, or couple rhythms are built on my own actually, like the Isa Goodlove and Light It Up, and Every Morning Anthony B. I 100% built them on my own. There was no other help involved. But for the mix and master, I also have help, because yeah, like that's a whole science, you know, like mixing and mastering a song, man. It's like crazy. So you need good engineers for that. And I can do like a dubplate mix down. I can do it so it sounds good when I play the dub. But a 45 I would always give to the professionals to work that out.
Okay, all right. And is it expensive?
It depends on coming out of the dub plate business. What is expensive? You voice a dub plate, you never make back any money with it. So now you voice a 45, and eventually a little bit of money will come back to you from the 45 one day. Depending on if there are streams on it, if people are listening to it, if like it can happen that these songs, it's a different business. So artists are well motivated to give you a good song, because if the song is good, they benefit from it as well. So working with the artist is different. Like if you do a 45 with an artist, the workflow is just different than working on a doublet. And also, it can be expensive, but I try to collaborate. I try not to buy off an artist to get a 45. I try to split everything between all the parties involved and make everybody participate in the track in the long term.
Okay, I got you now. So, do you have any plan in terms of in the next productions to come? Do you plan of maybe involving African artists as well?
Hold on, my brother.
Yeah.
I have a song with the artist from Ghana.
Wow.
And Sizzla.
Oh, wow.
It's not released yet, but you know Jawiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Jawiz and Sizzla.
Jawiz is one good performer. I think the last time I met him was on the 28th of December at Dancer Fest when he came on stage to perform. He's got some, that you there got some fire. Got some fire, you know what I mean? Yep. But what I am looking for is, I don't know whether it's good to do that and all that. We appreciate that. We appreciate you, Warrior Sound, for at least having one artist out of Ghana. But the question is, do you have a plan of doing something for maybe like how you did the production and you put Jamaican artists on it and all that? Something for Africans as well?
Would be great. The thing is, I'm not that connected with the African music scene as I am with the Jamaican music scene.
Okay.
So I always work with people that I'm kind of familiar with and that I know already. So whenever the link is made and everything is possible, Right. Like it's just probably a matter of time until it will be so. I'm kind of well connected with the Gambian family. Through DJ Luscious, who is one of the biggest DJs over there in the Gambia, and so he has a couple links to certain artists over there that I try work out something with, and hopefully one day in Ghana we can also get some work done and make sure
listen to me, Warrior. Any artist you need from Ghana, with the exception of Shatta Wale and Stoneboy, who are now big artists, sometimes you call them and they don't answer their phone. Yeah, you understand me? Yeah. But the rest of the artists, we still have good connections and all these things. You understand me?
All right.
Yeah, man. So, anything you want to do, just let me know. I'm just a phone call away from you. So let me know so that we know how to fix up things.
That's great to know.
Yeah, man. Yes. Man. And then also, you said something about the Sumfest clash when you won it and the eye water came into your eye. That reminds me of last year, the 8th of February, me in Jamaica at Original Dancer Thursdays in a clash with Super Gold and Playmaker from Jamaica. Now, here we are going. We've put up series of clashes in Ghana. Some ended well, some didn't end well, and all that kind of thing. And then now, I went to Jamaica, and then when I went to dance our Thursdays, I went into the dance to study how the crowd is and all these things. And then I told Stampede, what's make you kill a sound? Him say, Lagazee, don't joke, boy, This is Jamaica. You can't just walk in and just talk like this. Me say, Stampede, me ready. So quickly, he called O'Neal Famous that, listen, the Africans say, Emoa, and then O'Neal Famous says, next week we have Super Gold, I'm playmaker. So if you want it, you are in it straight. Now the following week came when I put out the flyer. Dynamic saw it, and Dynamic called me, and he said to me that, Lagazee, listen to me very carefully. You can't go in Jamaica and go clash and don't win. You understand me? You need to make a history with it. How is your preparation? And I told him that, yo, Dynamic, I was about linking you, but I'm glad you called me.
Yes.
What do I have to do? And Dynamic had to coach me in terms of what to do, what not to do, and all these things, because you can't play certain dubs over there, a dance Thursday, because it's rubber dub. So you have to play original rubber dub songs and all these things. I put myself together, went into it. I went to King Jamis, big respect to the legendary King Jamis. Yes. I went to Father Jamis, and I told him that, yo, listen, this is what I was going to do. And there I met Johnny Osborne in the studio. And Johnny Osborne was like, yo, Lagazee, me I'll give you a thing, man. Don't worry yourself. So Johnny Osborne gave me some dubs. Wow. Now, in the dance, that night, Johnny Osborne was in the dance. When all was said and done, I pushed Playmaker out. Dwayne Stevenson did a custom dub plate for me, so I pushed Playmaker out. And then I went dub for dub with Super Gold. And remember, Super Gold sound ever killed Shashamane. You understand me? So it was like a revenge on behalf of Africa. You understand me? For Shashamane and also for the whole of Africa.
Yes.
When we started tune for tune, best of 7, I was down 3-0. Wow. And then Snagapus and then the legendary Peter Metro was standing at my back, and they say, yeah, African, I can't believe you make Super Gold deal with you, wicked so. And then Snagapus said, clash done. I turned to them and look at them, and I told them that clash not done yet. And then I went in, and then I played Anthony Johnson, and then the whole table turned. Now, we came to 3-3, and then I played a Win Wonder, and he couldn't connect with the crowd. And then Ricky Chupa was in the dance, and Ricky Chupa said, yo, both of the sound them, the dub where them play, both of them lame, so we should come back and play another one. Yes. To decide who won the dance on the night. And the Super Gold came and played Win Wonder and Buju combination Saturday in the Sounds Live. And yo, it was a huge forward in the dance. And I went in and played Admiral Tibet's Serious Sound. And the Zing fans blew up the place. And I won. Now, Warrior Sound, when the trophy was handed to me, was when the whole it was like a wicked adrenaline rush. Right from my head, go down to my toe. And I was telling myself that, Lagazee, why didn't you focus and push on this for so many years? Why do you have to wait so much? Why do you have to invest in certain things rather than this? Warrior. So it was there I realized that, yo, listen, through reggae music, I have seen my brothers traveling from one end to the other. And it is no difference of what I've done. So on the night, how you felt, I felt the same way when I was in Jamaica. And I must say, you have been a big inspiration, to the sound system culture world. Being in Ghana, watching some of the clashes you've been to, how you mix your dub plate, how they sound and all that. I'm like, boy, we need to catch up. We need to catch up. So I must say, Mattia, you're doing a very great job. You understand me? And continue to do what you're doing. But let me ask you this. Tell us some of your down moments in terms of this business.
Yeah, it happens that when promoters are, like when human people let you down. It's like in life, like you rely on an artist to send you over a dub, and they tell they are going to send it, they never send it, and they never send it till now, and it's been years. It's just, and then sometimes promoters I'm very cautious nowadays, whenever a new promoter approaches me, it's like there's a deposit involved because I don't play these games no more. And it's like just, like when always in life, it's just people that can disappoint you. It's not the business itself, it's people. So, Yeah, it's just I think that's just a part of life, that some people are just like people that can disappoint other people or f other people up, like so it's not the business itself, it's just human beings that can like disappoint you.
All right, so in wrapping up, I know you've traveled the world, you've been to places, you've been to Africa to play, I think the Gambia, to play. I was following that, vibe and all these things, you understand me? But upon, like, where you've been to even to Clash and all that, which country or which continent would you say you felt really, welcome and you felt good about, the sound clash?
I must say, it's always a great thing and the big highlight for me to travel to Jamaica. It's just where the music comes from, where so much history of the music comes from. So it's like the greatest thing to play my sound in Jamaica and to be in Jamaica as a sound man is definitely the greatest thing. Where I felt the most welcome, one of the places I felt most welcome was definitely Japan. The amount of respect the people bring to you when you're in Japan is just crazy, man. And the hospitality, and like I've been there twice, and once was with a tag team clash with Magash, and a little tour afterwards, and the other one was Yaad beat anniversary and another date, and both dances were just amazing. Both trips were just amazing. So Japan is definitely one of my favorite places to travel as well. And luckily I didn't really had much bad experiences in my life. So especially when I traveled for a clash, it was most likely a good experience, and I was treated very nice by most of the promoters and people. So I'm just looking forward to discover more places of this beautiful planet and connect with more people, and try to spread the sound clash culture a little more wherever I touch down. So I can't wait. The next trip will be New York in April, though.
Wow.
The clash with King Adis and Metro Media.
Yeah.
And this feels unreal, I'm telling you this. Like, clashing with King Adis and Metro Media is like, yo, what are you going to do?
That was the question I was about.
Boy, son will have a plan for murder boy and land.
Wow. I know by this time serious preparation is ongoing. A lot of tunes are being cut for it, and all that money is being spent.
Half is spent on that one, half is spent.
Yeah, bud. Warrior, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. And as I said, our doors are open in Ghana. If you need anything over here, trust me, you are a phone call away from me. And then we will make it happen. And also, as I've spoken to you on this network, now we'll be following you boot to boot anywhere you go. We will try and reach out to you to take maybe information in terms of what is happening, what is going on. We play on Saturdays in the evening, so if you are there even on Saturdays, we can link up via Zoom and quick, check the situation on the ground and all these things.
Yes. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Big up King Lagazee, Yaad, Settingz, the whole Asaase radio family. Nothing but respect, Ghana. Yeah, man. May I feel forward one day. So big up everybody.
Definitely. Mattia, don't say a word, man. Because we have a lot of plans. That is why we are pushing sound system culture so hard in Ghana.
Yes.
Because one day we know that all these things is going to come to full circle. Thank you so much for your time and space. But before I leave you, I want you to advise the sound system culture fraternity based on your experience.
Yes. How you mean? Just a general advice which comes to my mind right now? All right, so the most important thing is to never give up. Like if you truly love the music and the sound clash culture and the sound system culture, just never give up. Don't listen to people that say you will not make it, or you cannot make it, or you cannot win this, or you cannot go there. You can. The only person who's probably is in your way is yourself. don't listen to haters, don't listen to Batman. Just keep on doing what you do. And if you truly love the music and truly do it with a clean heart, people will realize it, will see it, and everything will come back to you. Everything you put in, it will come back to you sooner or later. So just keep on doing what you do, be a warrior. If they put you down, make sure you get up and do it all over again and never give up in a life. You see? Yeah, man. Respect King Lagazee.
Warrior Sound, thank you so much for your time and space, Mattia. And then we'll catch up once again with you in no time. Give thanks.
Asaase Radio.